2024 is dead, at least in terms of me watching movies in it, because the calendar year is over. Okay, no long complicated intros. We are doing my Letterboxd Wrapped for 2024. This is the top of it. This is what it looks like. This is what the 2023 Wrapped looks like. We're going to compare the two and see how I did. See if there was any big changes, but mostly we're going to be looking at this. So let's start it off. Cinemateq's Year in Film. That's me, by the way. Hi, subscribe. Anyways, we've got 259 diary entries. That means I watched 259 films in 2024, which, as you can see, is less than what I watched in 2023 by like 7. It's not a lot. I was busy. I had a job. Beyond that, 227 reviews, 8 lists, 41 likes, 77 comments, and apparently I watched 472.1 hours of movies, which is down 10 hours from last year. Dang it. My highest rated films of the year. Started off with Dune Part 2. Ooh, that's going to be an easy film to vote for in the Cinemateq Film Awards. Link down in the description, baby. Another 5-star film from the year was Anora. In fact, Dune Part 2 and Anora were the only 5-star films for me this year. And then we got The Substance, Civil War, Challengers, The Wild Robot, The Brutalist, and Kill the Jockey. I think a number of these actually made it into my favorite films of the year list. Imagine that. And I guess these are just films from this year, because I obviously rated other films from other years very highly in the year 2024. Let's look at this bi-week thing. What's going on here? There's a couple of interesting things to point out. You can see this is like pretty average, fairly normal, except for bang! This fella right here. What the hell was I doing from day April 22nd to 28th, where I watched 17 films? That's a bit abnormal. Maybe there's a video coming out about that in the near future. Hit that notification bell. We also have, of course, this other spike, which was TIFF. I guess TIFF was spread out over 10 or 11 days, so that's why you see that big spike there. Pretty normal for me. I think I actually had that exact same spike for TIFF right here, yeah. And then literally nothing the weeks after. What did I do after TIFF this time? I kept going to the movies. That's fun. That's good. I logged 259 films. I watch an average of 21.6 a month, which is good. I usually try to hit 20 per month, so I feel like I did a good job. I did a good job this year. And I'm averaging about 5 a week, which is not bad. There's only 7 days in the week, and I'm watching movies on 5 of them. I like that. And it looks like for the most part, I'm watching movies on Fridays and Saturdays, which also makes a lot of sense. This year, I got really into physical media, and part of that journey was going to my local video store and actually renting movies. And I would rent movies specifically for like those Friday nights where I was like, oh man, I just want to crack open a beer and watch something ridiculous. And my goodness, those were amazing nights when they did happen. Milestone. This is always kind of interesting. My first film was Tale of Cinema, which makes sense because I watched a lot of slow cinema this year, and that would have been one of them. My 50th was... What the hell is this? Dial Code Santa Claus. Why was I watching a Christmas movie in March? That's weird. Next one is Magic Crystal, which is a film that Vinegar Syndrome put out that is now, or rather now, I am now a proud owner of it. Oh yeah. Definitely go check this out. It's like the Hong Kong low budget version of E.T. It's so good. We also got Strange Darling here, which was a fun theatrical experience. Army of Shadows, where the Nazis died real good. And then Film 250 was Christine, one of the many John Carpenter films that now exists in my physical collection. Shout out to John Carpenter. You're a cool guy. And of course, the last film of the year was Eyes Wide Shut, which I think was the same last year. Yep. If TIFF keeps programming Eyes Wide Shut as the last film of the year, I'm going to go see it. That's just something that I'm going to do. Here are my most watched films. As you can see, I do not rewatch a lot of films. This has continued to be true for the last several years. I did see Dune 3 times in the span of, I think, 15 days when it first came out. Oh boy, was that fun. And then here are 3 films that are now in my physical collection, which I kind of just throw on when I just kind of want to watch a movie. You know, like these are my go-tos out of my physical collection. So we've got John Carpenter's The Fog, which is great. Like, it's not John Carpenter's best movie, but it's just such a nice little 90-minute movie. Like, it's got so much cool shit in it. Love that movie a lot. We got Tremors. What up, Tremors? Maybe the best film the best like low budget monster film of the 90s. I don't even know how low budget it is, but it's just goddamn incredible. And then we've got Thing, one of the best films ever made. Might eventually one day make it into my top 4. If there was ever a film that could break in there, it's going to be The Thing. It's a goddamn good movie. So going back to what I was saying about not rewatching films, last year I only watched one film twice, and that was the new Mission Impossible movie. So yeah, this is a big step up for me. You should be proud. Tell me how proud you are in the comments. Moving on to the breakdowns of the films that I watched. Now this is a point of failure for me. I wanted to watch in all of 2024, I wanted to make sure that films from the United States didn't make up a majority of the films that I watched. And as we can see here, I watched 144 films. Times that by 2, you get 288. That is more than the films that I watched this year. So I didn't meet that goal, and I'm sad about that. But I'm recommitting. I'm doing it again for 2025, and this year I'm going to goddamn well do it. And there may be other goals that I'm going to talk about a little bit down the line, but I'll have to talk about more failures first. Moving over to genre, it seems like I was really into drama, action, thriller, horror, crime, comedy, sci-fi, adventure, mystery, and fantasy. This just means that I am a watcher of films. Anyone who sees any amount of films that numbers higher than probably like 13 is going to have every single one of these represented somehow. This is not helpful, Letterboxd, although I guess it's good to know that I watched more drama than action. I would have thought horror would have been a bit higher, and I would have thought action... Actually, I would have thought action would have been much higher. I thought action would have run this list. Anyways, countries again, USA way on top, followed very far behind by France, UK, Hong Kong, Japan, Italy, Germany, Canada, Spain, and South Korea. How does that compare with my countries from last year? USA, France, UK. I watched more Canadian films last year, and less Hong Kong films, and way more Romanian films. That's hilarious. But I can tell you for sure that the increase in Hong Kong films is largely due to my move to physical media. My video store has an absolutely incredible martial arts section, and you know, like, a lot of that's coming from Hong Kong. Plus, those are a lot of the films that I'm buying as well. So I've got my own little fun little collection there. I actually have a Letterboxd list for it. I'll put that in the description box below so you can see what I have in my personal collection. And you can tell me other things that I should buy that maybe I haven't seen. Now we've got the languages, and it looks like I watched oh so many films in English this year. But then Cantonese was number 2, right, because that would be all of the Hong Kong films, followed by Japanese, French, Spanish, all the way down. No spoken language. I've never seen that one before. Robot Dreams, Flow, and Safety Last. Yeah, that makes sense. None of those really have dialogue in it. Although I think Robot Dreams has a little bit. But I will accept it having none, but barely. What was my highest rated for these, actually? My highest rated country was Denmark? Denmark? Oh, come on. Kill the Jockey's an Argentinian film. We have to stop this. We have to stop doing this. Kill the Jockey was directed by an Argentinian in Argentina. It's not a Danish film. I don't care who put fucking money up for it. It's an Argentinian film. Totem is a Mexican... Wait, is it a Mexican film? I am almost certain it's a Mexican film. In a bustling Mexican household. It's not fucking Danish. Stop. Amelia Perez is not a French film, for God's sakes. I understand why this is happening. I just don't like it. My highest rated genre was war, followed by sci-fi, mystery, horror. Action is not anywhere to be here, even though I watch the most action films. Maybe that is a good indication that I'm not watching very good action films. And then my highest rated languages was Chinese. Really? Oh. But these are... Oh. Wait, do they speak Mandarin in Taiwan? I guess maybe they do, because that would explain these. 3 of these are Xiaoming Lang films, which I rated very highly. So yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Okay, yeah, we figured it out. Good job, everybody. Moving down to themes and nano-genres. This is always the most hilarious. Horror, the undead, and monster classics at the very top. What kind of films do we have in here for that? Nosferatu, Christine, Black Christmas, Tremors, The Thing. I watched those a couple of times. Yo, Dead and Buried. It's actually pretty sick. That's one I'm thinking about maybe picking up on 4K. I don't know if I will or not, though. The Shining, of course. Halloween 3. You can tell what I was watching in October. The Wailing. Oh, that was such a good first watch. And you can check out some of my other favorite first watches in another video that I'll link down below as well. Synergy, baby. We do that here. So yeah, horror went pretty hard this year. Also, terrifying, haunted, and supernatural horror. A little bit of a crossover with the first one. Superheroes in action-packed battles with villains. Who else would superheroes be engaged in battle with? Wait, I don't watch that many superhero films, though. Yo, guys, The Rock is not a superhero. I know The Rock wants you to think that he's a superhero, but when he's just a fire rescue person in Los Angeles, actually, you know what? I take it back. The Rock is a hero in this film. Never mind. We also got gory, gruesome, and slasher horror. Yep, ties into the first two. Twisted, dark, psychological thriller. Guys, I swear I'm fine. I swear to you that I'm okay. We've also got epic heroes featuring The Rock, probably. Violent action, guns, and crime. Ooh, love those. Creepy, chilling, and terrifying horror. Yep, we're figuring out a lot of ways to say the same thing. Adrenaline-fueled action and fast cars. Love those vrooms. Crude humor and satire to finish it out. Nice. Nothing's better than a dick joke, am I right? Now we got some nano-genres. Action, epic emotion. Gory thrills, haunted. Eerie, disturbing fear. Fighting, cool killing. Ooh, fighting, cool killing. Long Kiss Goodnight. Yes. Deadpool and Wolverine. What a pathetic film. If you needed a reason to hate comment at me, there you go. Deadpool and Wolverine was not a good film, and I should have rated it lower. After that controversial take, let's take a look at the breakdown for the year. 2024 premieres versus older. This is one I was interested to compare back to 2023, because it looks like I watched a lot of older films this year. 68.3% versus only 82 coming from the year 2024. What was I doing in the year before? So I was watching a bit more new films. So I thought that was going to drop off a lot more, considering I was doing more renting and things like that, but I guess not. It just felt like I wasn't going to the theater to see new movies like anywhere near as much, but I guess I was wrong. Now the watches versus rewatches, that's a bit of a difference. You can just see that that's a big shift. So in 2024, I did 41 rewatches compared to 218 first-time watches, which, yeah, I like to see things for the first time a lot. And then going to 2023, yeah, it's like 95% first-time watches. I was way more into rewatching. Once again, that has a lot to do with the physical media collection. I could just throw on The Thing when I wanted something to watch, and that's exactly what I did. Moving on to the cast, and can you tell that I watched a lot of Hong Kong action films this year? We got Yun Bao right there at the top, Yun Hua, Paul Chung Fat, Tai Bo, Melvin Wong, Gam Sam, Corey Yun, who is also a director, and honestly, if you see that Corey Yun has directed a movie, you go watch it. I'm talking Righting Wrongs he did. Actually, let's talk a bit more about that when we get to directors, because he's probably going to be there as well. And hey, look at that, everyone. It's Rock Hudson, one of my favorite actors ever. Saw him in Giant, Magnificent Obsession, Seconds, and Written on the Wind. Going through this man's career is absolutely fascinating, and if you haven't seen Written on the Wind yet, you absolutely must. Stop what you're doing. Sorry, I take that back. Finish this video, then stop what you're doing, then go watch Written on the Wind. Please, I implore you. It's excellent. For directors, we've got John Carpenter's 6 films. Does this count the doubles? Yes, this counts the doubles. So I saw The Thing twice, and I saw The Fog twice. Saw Assault on Precinct 13, which was incredible. That's one that I don't think is on 4K yet, and I will absolutely buy the day it comes out when it does. I love that movie, and here's a hot take for you. I think Assault on Precinct 13 is John Carpenter's best score. I still get it stuck in my head on occasion. It's amazing. I also saw 4 Corey Yun films, which would be Righting Wrongs, and a couple of other ones. Yes, Madam, Hero, and Women on the Run. Actually, you know what? I take it back. Hero is not that great. you can skip that. But Yes, Madam and Righting Wrongs, you definitely should. We've also got John Frankenheimer, Tim Burton, Xiaoming Lang. I'm going to be watching more of his films for sure. Yin Woon-ping, who you may know better as the action coordinator from the Matrix films. He actually directed some stuff, and one of them, Tiger Cage, is phenomenal. And to round it out, we've got Jean-Pierre Mavel, Stanley Kubrick, Robert Eggers, and John M. Chu. Yes, I watched both Wicked and Crazy Rich Asians this year, and there's nothing you can do about it. Moving on to my most liked review, and that, of course, was my Madam Web review that went absolutely crazy. It's my most liked review ever. 2,370 likes. And my most liked list apparently was Cinemateq Top 100 from 2024. That's right. If you're new to this channel, we do a list every year that's community driven of what we think the best films of all time are. This was a great year for that. It was the second year we've done it. And as you can see here, 2001: A Space Odyssey won out as the best film of all time. So get subscribed to the channel and also join the Discord, because that's where I also announced that we're doing the votes for a lot of these things. Make your voice heard is what I'm trying to tell you. Now we've got the highs and lows, which is technically an Akira Kurosawa reference. The highest rated film that I saw by average was Dune Part 2. Very strange that I would see that movie. The lowest average film that I saw was actually Madam Web, which is incredible. And the most popular film I saw was Dune, the original Dune, not the original Dune, Dune Part 1. That's interesting. How is that more popular than Dune Part 1? And apparently I didn't see an obscure film. I didn't see an obscure film at all? Oh, no, I saw a film called Snorkeling that only 16 people have seen. Ask me how in the comments. I won't give you a good answer. The newest film that I saw was the new Lord of the Rings animated film, which is not that great. The oldest film that I saw was Safety Last, starring Harold Lloyd. Really good time. All of the stunt aficionados amongst you must go watch that silent film. The longest film that I saw was The Brutalist, and that will be true of pretty much everybody. And the shortest film I saw was Songs for Drella. This is a concert film that features Lou Reed and John Cale. Actually, a fairly interesting little watch. And you don't necessarily need to be a Lou Reed fan to enjoy it, but I think that would probably help. Higher rated than average. I gave Texas Chainsaw Massacre a 5-star, and apparently all of you gave it a 3.83. How dare you? Next up, we've got me giving Eyes Wide Shut a 5-star, and you guys only gave it a 4.01. How dare you? Honestly, that's not that bad. I think if the film community as a whole wants to give Eyes Wide Shut a 4, I will take it. I'll take it. It's a 5 for me, but I'm okay with the film community giving it a 4. But you know what I'm not okay with? Poltergeist getting a 3.5 from all of you? For shame. That film is excellent. Then we've got the rated lower than average. Oh my god. This Overlord bullshit anime movie? Guys, that was terrible. How are you giving this a 3.2? It was objectively terrible in any measurable way. In all measurable ways. And then, of course, I rated Deadpool versus Wolverine lower than everyone else at a 2-star versus a 3.5. Honestly, it's a 1.5, and I could probably be talked into going lower. What a hollow, empty, gross film. And I don't mean gross like, ooh, I can't handle the blood. I mean it's gross in that it indicates to me that the film industry, at least Hollywood-wise, is well and truly cooked. And then here are all the films I watched in 2024. Woo, look at them. Oh, we can't look at them. Oh, it's the map. Is this not bad? It's not exactly what I had set out to do. Like, this is a failure. This is a failure for me. I set out, and you can watch my Wrapped video from last year to verify this, I set out as a goal to try to watch a film from every country in the world. And there's a lot of countries that I obviously did not get to. But I think I did okay. Did I do better than I did in 2023? No, I think I messed up. In Africa, wait, which year is this? This is 2024. In Africa, I got 4 countries. In 2023, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's less. I think I did worse over here too. Did I see a film from India this year? Nope. Also didn't see a film from Pakistan or Iran. Did I see a film from Russia this year? Yes, I did. I feel like I hit less countries overall. Yeah, Europe is way more filled in 2023. Look at this. I got like nothing in here. Nothing in here. Jeez, I really messed up. Over in South America, where I try to see as much as I possibly can, I only got 3 countries. How many did I get last time? Ooh, I only got 2 last time. So technically, I improved on 1 entire continent. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that as a win. I'm going to try not to feel too bad about myself. I improved in South America. And you know what I'm going to do in the year 2025? I am going to continue to improve in South America. My goal for this year is to watch 1 film from every country in South America. And by the end of this week, I'm going to have Brazil and Argentina off the map already, so I feel pretty good about this goal. Although Brazil and Argentina are probably the 2 easiest countries to get off the board from South America, so this could be difficult. But tell me in the comments, what are your goals for 2025? And now we've got highly rated films you're yet to see. So this is where Letterboxd calls you out for not being a true cinephile. Thanks a lot, Letterboxd. I do really want to see I'm Still Here, though. Now that she's won a Golden Globe, I do want to see this film. Also, Look Back. I don't want to spoil anything or influence anybody, but Look Back has been a very well-liked film in my community. And I really should see it, and I'm going to try to. And honestly, I was stunned when I found out it was less than 60 minutes long. So as long as it becomes available, I'm going to have to go watch the dang thing. I also do really need to see Sing Sing and Memoir of a Snail. The Count of Monte Cristo I heard was really good as well, which shocked me. And I don't know what this anime film is, and I probably won't see that. Not to say I don't like anime. I just don't know what that is. And these are all the films that were highly rated with my friends. They apparently liked Alien. That's good to know. Once again, cinephiles, I would love to know what you loved in the year 2024. Throw it down in the comments, subscribe, like, etc. And I'll see you next time.